Somehow, 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy still finds him in the middle of some people's crosshairs, like Nick Wright, who continued to doubt him and his game and what he is able to accomplish so far in his young career. Well, John Lynch went on KNBR to discuss how proud of Brock Purdy he was and also describes that one throw that he saw from Brock Purdy to George Kittle, where he couldn't, we've broken it down on this channel. I called it probably Brock Purdy's best throw in his entire career. Well, take a listen to how John Lynch quantifies that throw, and as well as how he feels about Brock Purdy's performance against the Jags, and just in the totality of how he feels about Brock Purdy. Take a listen to John Lynch on KNBR right here.
And then, of course, we can't review the game or move on from reviewing the game without talking about your quarterback. I mean, there were actually, there's some people in the chatterverse and the pumpkin turning into a carriage is turning into a pumpkin. That's the old cliche. Next thing you know, he's slicing and dicing, making that throw that Kyle likened to a grenade out of a bunker to Kittle. Also drawing a rebuke from his coach for that first touchdown. But everything was on display, the escapability and the winning football from Brock Purdy. I asked you about him last Friday. You said there's no crisis of confidence at all, and I guess he put the weight behind your words there.
Yeah, that's just the way we feel. So this isn't lip service. This isn't trying to pump confidence into someone. It's the way we feel, but he's earned that. He's made us feel that way. And, I think as we get towards this, this week of Thanksgiving, I'm very grateful for him. The last pick in the draft to turn into what he's turned into. And look, quarterback Tom Brady is the greatest illustration. We talked about him, going to Tampa, but you have to go do it each and every week, and that's why those guys get paid the big bucks. It's a tough position. You're scrutinized every week with when you have success or when you have failure. And Brock just handles it all really well. He can make the simple execution plays, the processing, but then you see that he's a real playmaker as well. I think that play to Kittle, that's one of the finest plays I've seen him make. I got a book up here where Bill Walsh talks about the art of quarterbacking. With chaos all around you, can you function? And that was a great illustration. I mean, the pocket was caving in. Our guys were fighting. He held on to try to get to his second read, and Kyle had a great description, like a grenade out of a bunker.
Yeah.
But that takes a lot of arm talent. That takes a lot of talent to do that, and I thought it was just a tremendous play. And but he does the simple things. He can also make some plays, and he's aggressive in doing so. And he's a fighter. So we're very grateful for him, and he knows we got to go do it again against another good team, and we're looking forward to that opportunity.
Yeah, he spoke to that a little bit yesterday in his media about looking back at the film of the Tampa Bay game last year when he made his first regular start and thumped Tom Brady. He said, wow, I was really playing with a chip on my shoulder. And you kind of just spoke to that when you said you got to do it every week like Tom Brady. This would be kind of a game, I would think, this Tampa Bay game, because Seattle's on the other side in Thanksgiving, and then Philadelphia is somewhere in our minds after that. So this is the kind where you have to earn your professional stripes, right? Because it's not a rivalry game. It's not a division game. You're coming off a huge win. Do you feel that? Is that kind of the theme that Brock has to – this is where Brock has to become a total pro and play that great in a game that doesn't have the same, buzz?
Well, I think the thing is, to us, it's not just Brock, it's everybody. We've all got to do that, and we have three reminders, with those three losses as to why. You have to go earn every win in this league. Tampa's a very good football team. Baker Mayfield, I think, found an offense that really highlights what he does well. He's playing as good a football as he has in a long, long time, if not in his career. We played him last year. I think Vita Vea went out early in the game. Winfield didn't play. Those are two difference makers. I'm sure they don't feel real good about what happened last year. So you got to go earn it. And, we understand that. We've got a lot of respect for this team coming in here. And Brock can certainly lead the way, but we all have to understand that we're going to have to play at a high level and execute at a high level to have the success that we want to have.
Kyle really did do a great job explaining and giving an analogy to Brock Purdy throwing that touchdown pass to George Kittle, just like a grenade out of a bunker. It's really what it was like. Whole pocket was collapsing in on him. Couldn't step into his throw. Just had to huck that thing up there, and he just put it in the perfect spot for George Kittle to run under. But again, I cannot stress enough how much this team, this organization believes in Brock Purdy. If you're still trying to find a way to doubt Brock, to discredit Brock, you are a fool. I don't know how else other to say it at this point. Like, and I'm really not trying to be what's the word, combative or anything like that. It's just you watch Brock on tape, you watch what he's capable of doing, you lean on experts, you lean on Hall of Famers who played this game. Don't forget, John Lynch is a Hall of Famer. He's played this game at the highest of levels on the defensive side of a football, and he's had Hall of Fame teammates at quarterback. He knows what a quality player looks like. And man, this organization believes in Brock Purdy. This team believes in Brock Purdy. And it's a shame when people try to discredit him. But I also understand that's just the type of world that we live in. You're going to have contrarians. You're going to have people who see, oh, this is too positive over here. I'm going to have to bring my negativity into this. So, again, we still live in a world today where people do have questions about Brock Purdy. So I think that's why on this channel, we're constantly trying to provide perspective from this person, perspective from this player, perspective from this executive, whatever. We're just trying to pull and just put in one spot all this information so that you as a listener or you as a viewer can start building and collecting all this information to make you a smarter football fan, to make you feel more in the know, to be able to go to bat against anyone who discredits Brock Purdy, the success he has, and if he is the real deal. And hopefully, I hope I've done a good enough job to help to provide you guys with enough information so you can really understand what's actually happening here, not get distracted by the contrarians and the people who are just spinning narratives to spin narratives and, attacking, content from a negative light, and just understand that people who know football, genuinely know football, believe in Brock. And that is the one common theme. And I think it is what it is from that regard. But I appreciate everything that John Lynch had to say about Brock, and I agree again 100%. So let me know what you guys think about this. You can listen to the full interview on KMBR in the description below, link to their podcast network. Just click on it. You'll go right. You'll be able to scroll down, find the whole interview, and you can listen to the whole thing. As always, John is going to provide some awesome nuggets, but go ahead and listen to it there. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.